I'm reading this English newspaper about a man who was mad at his kid, a little girl, 3 or 4 years old, put her outside his house. It's cold in Osaka, and she died. She froze to death outside. It's terrible. But for some reason, I was just overcome with emotion. And I just started weeping on the subway. And I say it because it was so traumatic for me, because there's all these men in really nice suits, and they're all trying to go to work, and I'm just this big, tall, white guy, bawling, barely can keep, I don't have a net tissue. What am I going to do to keep the tears and from all these, I don't want to mess up these guys' suit. I already just felt like a standout already. But it was a catalyst in my life. At that moment, I just realized I was so mad at some man who would do that to his child. I was angry, and it turned my life into, that was really the moment, a trigger where I realized I needed to follow Jesus. I'm either part of the problem or part of the solution. But this is foolishness to think that I can just walk the middle. And God used that moment, that anger towards sin, to bring repentance in my heart. It can happen in your life. And so far be it from us as Christians to realize there's no time to go into the temple and overturn tables. There is. And Jesus was angry with those money changers, because those money changers were keeping people from worshiping the Lord, his Father. And you and I need to be angry at the right things. But when we're wrathful at God's people, when God doesn't feel that way, we're misrepresenting him, and it's dangerous for us. We're confounding the work as ambassadors. If you're a believer in Jesus, the Bible calls you an ambassador of Christ. You are one reconciling people to him. So when you go into a place, you're supposed to be showing people about Jesus by your life, by your words, by your priorities, by the joy upon your face. And instead, when people deserve to hear of mercy from the Lord, they instead see the wrath of man. God can't make you an ambassador. You're an ambassador, just a lousy one and unfaithful one, and God has to pull us out of there. And so there's a time for anger. Just make sure it's God's time and not your own.